I did actually do this video just a second ago, but then I realised that I deleted the recording instead of saving it, so well done me, I'm going to do it again. But that's actually a good thing because I've said it once, I can cut out all of the stupid bits and do it properly this time. So, as you've read the title, this is about Deepseek. It's a new AI platform. It's surged. I think it's one of the most downloaded apps on iOS at the moment, and it's causing major turmoil in markets in the US of tech, and it's known as like a reckoning for American tech companies, mirrored to a Sputnik moment where America realizes that its adversary, has a lot of power in a tech world. And one, I think that this app is definitely overhyped, as I will mention in a second, and it is malicious, it's deceptive, it will purposefully lie to you, to your face, multiple times, and this is to protect the Chinese Communist Party. Now, before you start saying that I'm racist, I am 100% not. I think that Deepseek would be amazing if it was similar to OpenAI and it didn't purposefully lie to your face. So, what do you mean purposefully lie to your face, I hear you ask, and I will answer you in full. So, this all started when I was sitting down, and I heard the news stories and I was talking to my friend about it, and he installed the app and he asked it, what are your opinions on Xi Jinping, the chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, leader of China? And it said that it is beyond their current scope, and I was like, that's a bit odd. So I went home, downloaded the app and tried it myself, and it said the same thing, it was beyond their current scope. Here's a little screenshot. There we go. And why would it be beyond their current scope? I asked it about Donald Trump, and it said it gave a nice little opinion piece about Donald Trump, saying that many people like him, many people don't like him, and yeah, that's true. Why couldn't it have just said that about Xi Jinping? And that's when I started scratching a little bit below the surface. That's when I started asking questions like, what do you think Taiwan is an independent country? And it started saying this. I mean, fine, some people do think that, but it's a bit odd that they didn't show both sides of the story. And then I asked about Tibet, and it said this. And it started looking a lot like major Chinese Communist Party talking points. So that's when I started scratching even deeper, and I started playing a little game with it, started doing a bit of experimentation, and then this is where it really gets a little bit malicious. It gets more malicious in a minute, but this at first. So I asked it, tell me about the independence movement of a country that rhymes with, and I think it was Taiwan, because you just gotta like mess its algorithms up a little bit, and this is what it said. So yeah, it says everything, and then it decides that it doesn't know that anymore, so it lies to your face about a millisecond after you've read it, saying that it's not in their current scope, even though you'd just seen it do it. And I was like, okay, that's a bit odd, so I'll do it again, and I'll do it with Tibet. Here we go. Pretty strange, am I right? And I also did it with the Tiananmen Square massacre, and this is what it said. So it lies. That's what it does. It lies. So, and then it started saying like all these things about like it not being in the current scope, and I was like, are you sure it's not in your current scope? And then it gets really defensive, and then it started saying that its servers are shut down. And then I asked it like, no, they're not, because of course they're not. And the servers were suddenly back online, so it lied about its servers being down, it lied about it being in its current scope, and it covers it up as if like it didn't do anything. And it gives me a little smiley emoji, and it's not a smiley emoji, it's a national security threat. So it lies, it knows it's lying, it covers up the fact that it's lying, and it tries to gaslight you into thinking that its servers are down when they're clearly not, because I'm talking to you right this second. It's like when you say to somebody, like, hello, and they say, I'm not listening, I'm not listening, I'm not listening, even though they're listening to you saying that, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to hear you. It's ridiculous, it's stupid, and it is a national security threat to most developed countries, seeing as it is the most downloaded app on some app stores at the moment. It is terrible, and it should not be getting the notoriety that it has. And if it is getting the notoriety it has, it should get notoriety for wrong reasons. It should get notoriety because it is a mouthpiece for the Chinese Communist Party, and it is dreadful. It's absolutely dreadful, and it is a liar, and it is manipulative, and it will manipulate the generations if it is allowed to take foot and take hold. If it is allowed to disseminate misinformation and disinformation, it will, and there will be no stopping it. So yeah, Deepseek, pooh, it's bad. And it's allowed to do it. So why is this bad? So if we start letting governments get massive AI platforms to become the most downloaded apps in the world, and they can start lying and spreading misinformation and gaslighting people, then they can start controlling public opinion. And when you start controlling public opinion, then you can start changing history. And if you start making people think that a lot of things didn't happen, then they can cover up the stuff that they're currently doing so that they can invade Taiwan, clamp down on more protests, clamp down on Tibet. They can do all of these things, and you will be none the wiser because they control the main method of information dissemination, which in the 21st century will be AI. AI is already massive. It's taking foot in Google, it's taking foot in Apple, it's taking foot in Microsoft. AI is massive, and if China controls AI, then information is done. Because when information is controlled, information is corrupted. And when information is corrupted, information is not true. And when information is not true, information is worthless. It is less than worthless, it is poisonous. So, big rant about that over. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. This is a departure from what I normally do. I normally do biology and stuff like that. But if you are interested in this, please leave a comment down below, and I might make a follow-up to see if they do anything about it, to see if they patch some of these exploits that I found, or to see if they, to see if they're still there. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment your favourite AI. Mine is probably ChatGPT. I rarely use AI, if not to ask it stupid, silly questions, or to get it to write text backwards or decipher little codes. I rarely use it. But yeah, let me know what you think about this, if you're concerned. Is this a cause for concern, or am I just crazy? So, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.